I guess we're live. Oh, we are
We are.
live. Oh, see, that was good. I don't know nothing. I'm just over here on the other end of the world. I don't know a thing.
We are
Oh,
live, sir.
good. Hey, good job. Good job. You did that. You did that.
You are
Uh,
silly.
if
You gonna
y'all
welcome
don't
the people. You
know,
gonna welcome the people because that's your job.
oh, that's my job. Hey, hey, everybody, 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 get ready, get ready, get ready. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Welcome to Monday Speak on It Show. And we are here. It is me, your boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, along with my co host, the Little Diva, and the host of Chat with Trina. We are
That's
here
me. That's me.
on
That's
this
me.
wonderful Monday. It is
Wonderful
a month. It's the what is the day's date? You know, I get so confused about.
day.
Oh, how could I get confused? It's the eighth.
You
I was just
must be joking. You've got
I was
to
just
be
playing with
joking.
y'all. I was just
I
playing with
thought
y'all.
so.
Today is May 8th, and before I turn the mic over to my co-host, I want to send a very, 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 very around the world, and back again. Shout out and happy birthday, Patricia and Lewis. My baby girl is 4 years old. 4 years old. Today is her birthday. Happy birthday to ya.
Day to
Happy
ya.
birthday
You
to ya.
messed it up. We're gonna pause right
Happy.
there. Happy birthday.
Oh,
We gotta start over.
now
Happy
look, you
birthday to ya.
to ya.
Happy
Happy
birthday to
birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Now you know you was out with me at that what was that thing? That the poetry thing. You know I just sang any song. I'll blow that thing out. It don't matter what verse, man, woman.
yeah.
I'm gonna sing it all. But
Yep, you are. Count
it
on
is
you to do that.
you're right. It is a blessing. So happy birthday to Patricia and also happy birthday to my Aunt George. Happy birthday to her in Dallas. Happy birthday to all the others that have birthdays today. Happy birthday to you as well. So I'm gonna sit back and old country boy is yibbity tired. I'm a little bit what you don't look at me
I'm trying
crazy.
to figure out.
I I done had enough folks folding their arms at me this weekend. Okay, let me tell.
Let me do this first since you want. I really was just trying to figure out how did I
Oh,
end up being the person you passing the mic on to.
cuz I'm tired. That's what co-hosts do. I'm tired.
You
I'm tired. Look, that's how it's supposed
using
to
me as
work.
a co-host.
That's
I
how
just
it's
want to
supposed to
show
work.
everybody my beautiful flowers that the country boy sent me. I had a horrible day at
Oh,
work on Friday. I even cried Friday. They was treating me so bad at my job Friday. I even had to break out and I don't cry out. Well, let me not tell you I don't cry. I don't let people hear or see me cry. But I couldn't help it. The country boy was on the phone. He got to hear me cry. And he didn't get to see me because it was an ugly cry. But next
well, I
thing
was
I
gonna say.
know, in front of all those mean girls, I got these beautiful flowers. Isn't that nice? I haven't got flowers delivered in forever. The council bought me some tulips one day, but this was very nice. Thank you, country boy. Thank you so much for making my day better.
Hey,
These
you
are
more than
beautiful, and I
welcome.
have them. I usually keep my flowers at work when I get something. Well, let me not say
Yeah.
my flowers, my things at work when I get something. But I decided I didn't want to leave my flowers with all that toxicity and them ugly people there. So I brought mine home and said I have a little island kitchen thingy deal. So I have them sitting there to where when I'm laying on my couch, I'm face them. And when I walk, what just happened? Oh,
Hmm.
I walk past them every time I walk past them to go to my kitchen, which is often. I look at them and stop and say, "Oh, look at my flowers! Somebody likes me."
Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Look, it's
So
um
thank you, country boy. I really appreciate it, and I just appreciate your friendship so much. Um, not getting into depression or anything like that, but I want to just say this: I've shared with. Don't start today. Don't start this today.
what happened? Oh, you stuck right
My
there.
computer has frozen. I don't know,
You stuck.
and it only does it on StreamYard. It doesn't do it
You,
on any
you,
other
you stuck
platform.
right there. Did you get stuck right there? Yeah, can y'all see me? Look, if y'all can see me
See
move,
you.
wait.
I'm the only one that's frozen.
Oh, my co-host is from. But you look, but you're still talking though, so it's okay. That's good.
Well, I'm
Okay.
upset because I don't
Don't
want to be just
don't
talking.
don't don't be upset now.
I'm
Don't
not.
be upset.
You know what?
It's
I'm
gonna
not
it's
gonna
gonna
be
come.
upset. I'm gonna. start over.
Just bear with the we having technical difficulties. It's all right. It's okay. That's how
It's
this thing
okay.
works.
I know
That's
it's
what.
all right.
Let me tell y'all. This is why. This is why this live thing. It is live. It is live and in effect. We don't do no preamp thing or whatever you call it. We just roll with it how it's supposed to roll. And that's how it's supposed to go. I think that is one of the greatest benefits when there's a bloop in the thing. We just roll with it. We keep on going. But I'm so happy. My co-host will be back, and she could keep talking, but she done left. She done bailed out. I think she bailed out because I told him I was gonna turn the mic over to her. So she said, "Oh, I'm gonna show you." That's how folks do you. That's how folks do you. But anyway, I guess I'm gonna just run my triple trap until she gets back. I hope that everyone had a great weekend. I really do. I hope y'all had a wonderfully blessed weekend. I tell you, this old boy had one. This old boy has had. And if I run my trap too much about the little one, y'all just excuse me. But that's what I'm gonna talk about. I had a wonderful, wonderful. Hey, Miss Julie, thank you. I had a wonderful, blessed weekend. I had the opportunity, with the blessing of her mom, to spend from Thursday up until today with my little one. Um, Boy, I tell you, I don't know about anybody else, but I will tell you this: is that we must to those that have children, let's just enjoy them and embrace them. And I know for sure that they won't be little ones long. Um, on yesterday with her birthday party, and I thank everyone for coming out and enjoying. I thank you so much for coming out and making that day special for her. And man, for this old boy yesterday to sit there and watch my oldest, who's who's 20 plus years old, 30, and my youngest who just turned 4, to watch them there together. Um, my first lady often says that there's purpose in the pain. And I will say that, to each and every one. Understand, if you're going through something, if you're going, understand this, that there's purpose in the pain. Um, just don't stay so focused on whatever the pain is that you miss the purpose in it. Don't stay that focused on it. For me personally, to be able to know from whence I came, to know from whence the things that have happened, the hills that have had to climb, I've had to climb, and I'm not the only one. I'm sure that all of us have had some hills to climb. Um, but just keep on climbing. I promise you, there is, man. What they say, after the rain, the sun will shine. Trust me, I'm telling you. Um, and I know my co-host knows this because she's had some rain, but she told me some things about some sunny days as well. Cause look here, the sun's gonna come out. The sun's gonna come out. So, but all right, my co-host is back now. She left me. She bailed out on me.
Yeah, left you. And I don't know how long I'll be back, but right now I'm back, so that's all that matters.
You know what
Listen,
it is? I'm
so
gonna tell you what it is.
what
I
is
know
it?
what it is. What it is?
Hmm.
It's because, see, when you came on, you was on this side over here. See, and then you took my side. See, and that's why it froze, because you took my side over there. See,
That's
so
not
you know
it.
you know how I'm telling you. You know how some folk
You
be
know what you
having
can
like,
do?
oh, I can what?
You could. Are you on gonna be on that side? Anytime that I started to make the link, I'm gonna be on that side.
I don't know. I'm just telling you that. I'm just telling you. It'd be like, It'd be confused. You confuse the what's that algorithm of the system.
So before I get shut down again, people, while he's over here with the nonsense. So my beautiful flowers, thank you. But what I was gonna say to that was that I always, even before we had this platform, I had my own platform. And even before that, I told people, I was trying to say, always check on your strong people, your fun people, your people that are always grinning and smiling, because behind the scenes, you have no idea what they're dealing with or going through. And this is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yeah.
And when someone tells you like they're having a horrible day or something happened, somebody break out into tears, just say something nice. Someone said to me one time, I was trying to express to them, this was a year, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I was expressing to them about being depressed. And you know what they said? He said, "Oh, everybody gets depressed sometime," and that's when I realized I wasn't upset with her. I just knew that she doesn't understand what that is. My sister is going to have a try to have an event, not an event, but it's going to be an online type of event, and it's going to lead to something bigger. We're planning for next year, but because she wanted to do like this panel of people, our friends and stuff that have dealt with mental anxiety, depression kind of thing, and all of her friends has, oh no, I don't have that. And she's saying, I know they do because they've said things to me. So I know that they do. And I was telling her, everybody's not ready to accept it.
Right.
Everybody's not ready to accept that there is an issue. And so they're not ready to, as we say, speak on it. I am very excited that so many people over the last few years, especially since COVID, are speaking out about mental and anxiety. If y'all know my girl, Taraji P. Henson, she has a whole foundation now because she suffers with mental health. She even went to Bali recently for just a sabbatical to be away from the limelight, just to be able to get a sense of self, and came back and she's refined. We need to do that sometimes. Now I'm not in the take by myself. I ain't at that point yet. But I could take a trip with somebody and maybe just be by myself, I guess, to a certain at different times, or even when I go on cruise, I do a massage on the cruise. That's my time to, anyway, I was just saying all that to say the flowers like just brightened my day because I was walking around. Matter of fact, funny thing is that the flowers were delivered, and I was so nervous about this event I was giving for work because I won't go to. I just was nervous about the event, and so the counselor came to me and she was like, Trina, you got a delivery. I'm like, girl, I'll get that delivery later. You got a delivery? I'm for real. I said, okay, I get it later. And because I'm thinking it was some uniform. I said, girl, it ain't nothing but them uniforms I done ordered. I'll come get them. I think you think I'm playing with you, Trina. You got a delivery. You need to do it now. I'm thinking, let me go and see this box. And she'll leave me alone. Got out there in these big, beautiful, colorful, because I love color. My favorite color is orange. So there were oranges, there were pinks. It was just really, really pretty. And it brightened up my day just because there were flowers and someone thought of me enough to do something like that. But two, on the shady side of things, those women who have been really treating me bad and been mean to me, being real mean girls, they got to see it. So I picked them up and I had them like this. Then my counselor took a picture. I didn't like the pictures. I don't think I posted it. I didn't like the picture she took. But because I wasn't prepared to take a picture. But anyway, so I just want to express that because it is Mental Health Month. And I'm not saying you have to buy no flowers. You can go buy some chocolate. Look, chocolate kisses. And you just never know what it will do for somebody and what they're dealing with, because society is on the rise. I'm not saying I would do that. I'm just throwing that out there for other people who may not have a support system, who may not have somebody else. You might be the only one that did something for that person, and it just means the world to them. It makes them realize, oh my God, somebody does care, or someone did hear, or someone did listen. And you don't want to sound like the negative. I'm always telling country, I hate to sound like a negative Nancy. Oh, I don't want to sound like a negative Nancy. And it's not my thing to do. But sometimes when you're going through the valley, you're there a minute. Yeah. But if you have someone to help you lift you up out of that valley, it's a wonderful thing. Today, as a matter of fact, I had after a horrible Friday, yesterday first, I kept my great nephew for the first time. And that was amazing. That was so much fun. I haven't been with a baby my youngest daughter is 27. She might be 28. I don't remember. 27, 28, one of them two. But she almost 30. So it's almost been 30 years ago since I've been around a little baby. But people don't know this because they see me who I am now. But I actually have always been the person that took the kids places. I used to take them to the Rockets game when there was a what's the women's team? The Comets? Yeah. I used to take them to the Comets game. My kids and my little nieces, I was the person that took them. So anyway, I missed those days. So little coordinator came along, and I was trying to get him Saturday, but I missed me and my niece crossed wires. And so, I planned to go and jump up and down and dive in the thing at the where were we at again? iRide. Yes. So I was jealous seeing people jumping up and down and stuff. But let me back up some. My plan was to jump up and down and dive. But I went ahead and got Courtney, and I enjoyed watching him look at all the sights, and he was amazed. And then I was telling my sister today, he's a busy bee, but he's also at the age where he's trying to figure things out. And what is this and what is that? And I want to touch this. I want to see what this tastes like. But I sat here. There was a little area where we were sitting at on the kind of by the where they were diving that little thing with the balls, whatever.
Yes.
I let him sit there for a minute, and there was this different type of carpet that was like a hard type carpet, and he like rubbed on it, and then he like was doing this, like what is that? And that's always cool to me, for me to see them discovering different things. And I gave him a little piece of cake, and that's all that kind of, I love that stuff. We'll be going back to iRise with somebody else. Well, actually, my sister said I could have jumped with him. I didn't know, because she says he likes to jump.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I could have probably got on one of those small ones and like jumped a little bit. But anyway, we had a great time. We went to see my daddy. My daddy doesn't get to see him that often, so we went and saw him. Daddy was good. Daddy was like, well, I was going to ask about keeping it. Well, 5 minutes into that statement, he realized, nah, I can't do this. Courtney then slid all down.
Oh my Lord.
I didn't post that picture where he was sliding all the way down and my daddy was trying to catch him. But actually he was trying to get to, he likes computers, the computer keyboards. So he was trying to get to the computer keyboard and he finally made it. So that, and then today, within 15 minutes, I got 2 calls about job interviews. Now that made my day. Like, it was great. So when he says that I do talk about happy things, I do. So I don't want y'all to think I'm always talking about the bad things, but there are happy things, great things happening. And I was telling him that right before, what did I say? I said right before that, I was saying, I guess ain't nobody gonna notice my resume. Ain't nobody noticing me. I've got all these degrees and ain't nobody thinking about me. And then like, I mean, and I'm not lying, I'm not exaggerating. Like within hours of that, within 15 minutes of each other, someone emailed me about an interview and someone called me about a different interview. And so it was like, yes, things are happening. So anyway, it's been a great day, y'all. I'm really happy. It's been a great weekend. Yeah. I have to remember, all of us have to remember that when there are things going on, people doing crazy stuff, it's nothing but the DEVIL trying to take the joy and make us think that God has forgotten about us, and that's when I realized things like that. Okay, he has not forgotten about me. And when I'm doing my prayer in the morning, my prayer is that asking for what I want, but saying, giving me, because I did that before, that didn't work out. So now when I ask, I also say what you want, what's going to be best for me. Right. I want this, but I need you to give me what's gonna be best for me. Now I need some more money while you trying to figure that part out. I need some more money because I need to travel and I can't travel. but I'm gonna wait on you. So anyway, so there's that. Good things are happening, and when you are down in the dumps or something, I say it's okay. I think people deserve to have a bad day. People deserve to kind of have their thing. It's just don't stay there. It's just important not to stay. It's important to have someone who, no one wants to talk to someone who's grouchy all the time or who's always sad, who always has an issue. However, if you have someone that you can do that, if they're doing their best to help you, you got to make sure that you try to be the same, reciprocate. When they're having a moment that's not happy, that you're there to say, you know what, it's going to be okay. I see where you at. And I got you because we're friends. So I got you. And I want to listen to you. I want to hear what you have to say. So talk, cry, do whatever you have to do to get that out of you. And I'm here to listen and I'm here to be your friend and know that that person on the other side is going to be doing the same for you.
That's so very true. And the conversation that, and I say it personally, a lot of people, and don't get me twisted, I know that everything is not perfect in this world. I know a lot of people might look at me and they think that, boy, he don't, but my honesty, if y'all want my transparency, is I live in a fantasy land. I live in a fantasy land. and I'm okay with my fantasy land. I'm okay with believing that we live in a wonderful world. I'm okay with living in a world where I believe people will love each other and people will be forgiving and people will be kind. I'm okay with that. The reason I'm okay with it, and reason, my fantasy world that I live in, um, maybe it's because it's my wish. It is my prayer that that world will come, and I will continue to live in that fantasy world. I will continue to greet people and smile at people, um, and wish people well and support people. That's my fantasy. That is my fantasy, and what I believe that one day my fantasy will become a reality. Um, I've seen it. I will say this honestly. I have seen it for myself. I have seen my fantasy touch somebody else's life. I have seen it. So I'm not going. I know that people get down. Trust me. Trust me. This old boy. Ooh, it takes me a minute when Patricia Ann leaves. It takes me a minute to shake back. Um, when I say and I share this, when I say like for her, I'm not just going on about her, but that was my lifeline. A lot of people don't realize that was is my lifeline because when I wanted to and thought about giving up or about quitting or about the dark side, I knew that I couldn't because there was something and someone depending on me that I couldn't just walk around in a bad mood with looking like I just ate a bunch of lemons with my lips all poked out. And, you know, I can't be around a child who speaks to everybody everywhere she go, smiling at everybody, saying hello, good morning, how you to everybody. I couldn't be around someone who demonstrates God's light and be sour. So I take that same thing upon myself. It is when I go out, that's my full armor. My full armor is I'm going out and I'm going to uplift and I'm going to encourage because guess what? Yes, I may be going through some things, but what I do know is somebody else could be going through something much, much worse. The little thing that I'm about to complain about and gripe about, there are some people I'm griping because my shoes too tight. There's a man sitting next to me with no feet. Let me shut up. Let me shut up. There are, I'm sorry, I was finna go on that thing. Uh, there are people out here going through. There are people out literally going through. There are little children who have to be taken to get their hair done. There are children that don't have food to eat. There are families wondering where their next meal gonna come from. There are mothers out here struggling to take care of their little ones. And I'm complaining because of the gas price that I gotta put in my car that I can drive to my job. Let me shut up. We we don't know what the next person is going through. Yes, this is it is you know when I first met my co-host, the one thing that I remember way back when was she always had that wellness Wednesday. She always talked about, hey, let's check on people. That was one of the things that really drawed me in, and I started reaching out to her way back when. It's just checking, hey, how's your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health? Because guess what, people? All of those things matter. I could be walking around here just physically fit and spiritually broke. I could be walking around here spiritually healthy and my mental capacity is just overloaded. We have to show some compassion and understand. One, wherever we are, we got there because somebody cared about us. Somebody reached out. Somebody gave us a smile. Somebody gave us a good morning. And all we have to do is return that thing. Mental health is real. Oh, it is so real. And with the stress of so many other things that go on, and so many people are so ashamed to talk about it because they don't want to be ostracized or talked about or made fun of. So they don't want to, they have these I ain't trying to talk down. They have these nobodies around them that they think that they can go to and share what they're going through. And all these people do is information grabbers or jokesters and want to laugh about it. Every situation ain't a joke. When somebody comes to you and tell you I'm going through some things, my co-host just said sometimes just listen. Just listen. Just be there. Show them that you can come here. Show them that you have a safe place that you can come and vent. Because sometimes that's all people need. They need to get it off their chest before they explode. So I'm gonna drink my water now. I don't get off my what that thing you said, soapbox.
That was a good soapbox. Great job on that. And he's not lying. He did used to send me, he was my stalker. And he stalked me and sent me wellness Wednesday. It's wellness Wednesday. And I was like, this guy been texting me. You know me from the thing. But then I started realizing, okay, and I had to find his page, like, who is he? But anyway, I'm so glad that that happened. And then we talk about things happen for a reason and a season. And it's been the best thing that has happened to me in a long time to find someone to have a really good friendship with. And our friendship came before we had even met each other in person. We've seen each other now 3 times in person. And it seems like we've been knowing each other about 10 years, right?
Yep.
I think we've told each other our life stories. But the cool thing about it is we relate to, and his story is not like my story is not like his, but there are some relatable similarities to the stories, if that makes sense. And that's what you'll find in people too, that you meet, or even you may have these friends that you just not really, that you don't listen to, or that you haven't had a real conversation with. And as you start talking to them and listening, you will find out these things about people. People would think, I'm out with the baby yesterday, and people would think that that's something. Matter of fact, my niece said when I told her a while back, when I finished H&R Block, I want to keep the baby. And she seemed like she was shocked. So I think she forgot, because I used to have her too. I used to plan the family. I was the person that planned the family trips. So we'd be in San Antonio, Corpus Christi, and again, the games that we go to. So people don't know that. People don't know that about me until you talk to me, that I am a kid at heart. I was so ready to dive in the thing. And I was so jealous when I saw the kids I forgot about that part when you swing and you fall into. Forgot about that part, so I gotta go back. But rides, different things like that. I love to do skating. I love roller skating. So until you get to know people, you just get to talking, you would have no idea about the real person. And I'm not saying that I'm a fake person, because I am who I am, but there are some like an onion, the layers. There are different layers to me than things that I like. And simple. And I tell people that all the time. I really like the simple stuff. You wouldn't think that, hence the name of the Little Diva. I got that name in dance. I I like it. I'm gonna just leave it like that, because I'm really not a diva. But that would be my mama and my grandma.
Wait a minute now. Hold on. Now you know your mama on the show. Now
I do know, and she will accept it. She will accept it. Trust and believe. I always tell people, y'all be trying to act like y'all ain't met my family. I got a side of family that child. I got a side. Y'all be picking on me, and I just don't want nobody going to jail behind me. I got some folks that I can go get and bring them on to this side. But I said, no, I don't need nobody go, because they'll go to jail behind me. But I ain't gonna go get them. Matter of fact, I've taken people around that side of my family saying, look here, let me just tell you about this side. You don't need to tell nobody about this side of my family.
So wait a minute.
I pull them out when I need them.
So you telling me you got a what's his name, Uncle Joe, and a Madea?
I don't have a Medea no more. The Medea was on my mom's side, but I'm talking about my daddy's side. But I'm tell you what I got. I got a June bug, June bug in them.
Well,
And when I say this, I want to make sure that in case somebody sees this, this is no slight to them. This is just that side of my family. I'm the first niece, first granddaughter. They don't play about me, and I just in all the years that little things have happened, these are things I would never tell them because I don't want people getting in trouble behind me. But I always think about it too. I be like, child, y'all don't even know. Y'all keep playing with me. My folks come from South Park, Texas. And Fidelity and Clinton Park. All of them mixed together. Don't play with me. I just look like this.
Well, look, I'm gonna tell you, mine's real. I am from Louisiana and I am country.
Yes, buddy. And the funny thing is, I have never, ever, ever had a fight in my entire life.
What?
Ever.
Well, you know what?
Ever, which I'm not happy about. Because that's why now I'm scared to fight.
What?
Because I never had a fight. Because I was always really little, one. And I didn't bother nobody. But so when somebody wanted to fight me, it was always, well, if you fight her, you got to fight me. And it was always somebody big. And then let me tell you how dingbat-ish I am. I don't know if you can say this no more. Is it politically correct to say that I used to be blonde by the head? But I'm sorry if I offended somebody. I'm sorry, but whatever. I'll never forget. I was at this place it was called the Palladium or oh God, Inferno. It was one of them places back in the 80s.
Not the Palladium.
And I'm just minding my own, but my sister's, my niece's dad was there. And I guess somebody he was dating or whatever was there. Well, she thought I was my sister. But just to tell you how oblivious I was to anything going on around me. I'm just walking out of the venue, walking to my car, and there's this circle forming around me. I was gonna get beat up. I'm just a trucking like normal to my car, and these people are forming around. And I'm like, finally, somebody jumped up. My friend Shauna was like, hold up. And I was in my 20s then. This is like, wow, I'm gonna get jumped up. So never had an opportunity, thank God, to have a fight in my life. So
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy, huh?
Well, I mean, but that's not, but that's not a bad thing. I mean,
it's not.
It's not a bad thing.
People don't believe it, but
well, everybody ain't gotta be fighting now. Come on now.
Everybody don't gotta be fighting.
Everybody ain't gotta be fighting.
There have been some very close calls. And my grandmother, I would tell her how scared I was to fight, and she was like, "You pick up the biggest thing you can find, the biggest stick or a 2x4. She had all kind of stuff I could pick up to hit somebody with." And I was like, "So when I hit them, what I'm gonna do? Because I ain't gonna know what to do it again." But I guess run.
You run. That's the getaway.
That's the getaway.
You hit it and go. That's what you do. You hit it and go. That is too funny. Well, I can't say that. I don't know.
You had a fight before?
No, I think I was just too crazy to fight. I think people thought I don't know.
They thought you was.
I don't know why folks think I might be crazy, but no, and that's just my personality has just been that of bringing the whole different thing. I have been in situations and that I didn't even create, but thank the Lord. He has always just been right there and been like, yeah, and I'll be like, yeah, I know.
Look, I'm thinking about that day I was in that big circle. Like,
yeah.
I am not her. I am not her. She at home.
And I think we've all ended up in situations where, there are certain things that happen in our lives, and we'd be like, ooh,
that was a close one.
That was a close, and I hate for them folks being like, if you get me out of this one. Lord, if you get me out of this one right here.
Look, what's so crazy is the ones I was in, I didn't know I was in.
Oh Lord, now that's bad. That's yeah.
I had no idea. No idea.
Yeah, that ain't good. That ain't good at all.
I just like, can we all just stand in a circle and sing Kumbaya?
They was finna sing him. They were getting ready to sing.
Woo,
Yeah,
they went on my
they was finna
behalf, right?
they was finna sing Kumbaya. All right.
Yep, yep, yep,
Mm.
yep. So did you didn't introduce me to your oldest daughter.
Oh, you think? Oh, I'm sorry.
I saw her.
I'm sorry. You know, I will tell y'all back to this. It
Birthday
was
party. He did
it
a
was.
great job, y'all. He was a great host. He
I
planned
don't
the
know.
birthday party. He
It
took her to
was.
get her cake. And then, you know what? Can I tell you? Can I be real honest and transparent with you?
Yeah, what I
I
do.
really couldn't see the dress at first that she picked up, but she picked it up so fast. And you was like, "You sure you don't want to look at this dress? You sure don't?" No, I want that one right there. I'm like, to see, that's a good shopper. But then I was like, well, I can't see the dress. I hope it's a nice dress. And when I saw the little dress, I was like, oh my God, that's a nice little cute dress. But she knew exactly what she was looking for. She
You
walked
know
right
that.
to that dress, and I'm listening. He did a video, and he's like, "You sure it's so many other dresses?" No, I want that one.
Yep. I took her and well, and it has been going. This has been an ongoing thing. I want a dress. I want a dress. Okay, all right. We going and go shopping to get your dress. And I mean, I really did. I just wanted her to look around and see. But yeah, she wasn't having none of that. She knew what she wanted. She was done with it. And it was that part. We went to go. Oh, my hostess. She done left me again. Boy, she bails out on me so quick. Um, and then I had the opportunity to go and she went and got her nails done. Let me tell y'all something, daddies. I'm gonna speak to the dad. I know Mother's Day coming up. I know Mother's Day coming up. I know Mother's Day coming up. I salute you, mothers. I might do even a show for you. Okay. Oh, that's this weekend. I can't really do no show, so I'm gonna give y'all a salute later on. But right now, can I talk to the daddies? Daddies, let me tell y'all something. You know, I ended up um, going to the mall, taking my little one. And the greatest part about it was there was another young father that was in there as well, shopping, and his daughter was picking out some stuff. Like he looked about as worse as I did. And now you this what you want. Now if this don't fit, your mama gonna have to bring it back. But the the joy of fatherhood, the joy of parenthood, um, I will say that daddies, take your time out and embrace the little girls. Um, embrace them. You know, yeah. Some people say, and I heard some people say, "Well, Patricia Ann just spoiled, and you just this, that, and the other." Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell y'all something. To all of y'all that say I spoiled my baby, and you know when she called me, I go and she called me because she want me to rub her back or ooh my feet are itching. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this, and I don't care who likes it again. This just if you don't like what I'm saying, you can keep on strolling. That's my child that God blessed me to watch over and father. And the last thing I'm gonna do is allow somebody else to give to my child what I could have gave to her.
Amen.
The last thing I'm gonna allow to happen. See, y'all don't know is maybe you do, maybe you don't. Um, she is not my oldest, so I know what failure looks like. I know what not being around looks like. I know what the hill to climb to get back into a child's life looks like. I know what that looks like. See, but what I was and what I have been given is a blessing, an opportunity, an opportunity, an opportunity that a lot of folks might not get the chance to say, oh, you know what? Hey, let me try to fix it. Because sometimes we try to fix some stuff and it's too broken to be fixed, or it's too late to try to get back in. So when folks say, well, you know, she got you wrapped around your fingers, well, guess what? Who better to have wrapped around her finger than her daddy? Who better to have?
Yeah.
Who better to have in her corner than her daddy? So what? In 20, 30 years, would you rather her be out in the street wrapping someone around her fingers? Would you rather for her or your daughter to be out there looking for a man to give you what what you could have given her?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't gonna be here. Ain't
Yeah.
gonna be here. Understand the importance of this thing. It's real.
And
I love men.
I'm sorry. The thing of that also I want to say regarding when we say spoiled, I met her for the first time the other day, but I haven't seen her just throw some temper tantrum. Even talking to you or just, she told me she'll get mad about something she didn't get. but she's a polite child from what I've seen, you know, and it's daddy this and daddy that. You don't see the non-disciplinary spoiled, if that makes sense. You do say no.
Yeah.
I know that because you said we had a fight earlier today, or she wanted something and I didn't get it. So it's okay to me to give your child what most of what they want, but definitely everything that they need.
Right.
And to be there and just to hear her say daddy. My kids, I love my kids and I tried my best to do, you know, I wasn't perfect. I tell them sometimes, but you know, I tell you these therapists telling the children that we didn't do a great job and we probably didn't do a perfect job, you know. But we did the best with what we did the best we could with what we knew and what we had. And so I'm still gonna take the award home for I did a great job with my children. But I'm saying that to say that it's a difference in spoiling to where you just spoiling them rotten to where they get stuff, you reward them for bad behavior, you never talk to them about the things that you may be disappointed in them or the things that you want them to do to be so you can be proud of, so they can be proud of themselves. You know, just having conversations. You have conversations with your children. I knew when my kids were growing up, sitting and having conversations with mine. I know of a dad who wouldn't come to certain birthday parties for his child, and he would say, because I don't have any money. And we would tell him, hey, she's not looking for anything. She's not looking for no money. She's looking for no gifts. She's just going to be happy that you showed up and you came to the birthday party. That's it. That's all. You know, at this point in her life, though, she's older now. She's 30, and she really doesn't want to have anything to do with him. You know, she knows who her daddy is. I mean, she's had conversations with him, but she don't really want to have anything to do with him because he wasn't there.
Right. I got a page in my book on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Going through thinking that it had to be, well, I can't do this or I can't that my presence wasn't valuable, but my presence had to come with something to make my presence valuable. And let me tell you something. I was offended. There are some people who instill that BS in their children, that if they didn't come with something, then their presence isn't valuable enough. There are some, and I'm going to say it again, there are some that instill that BS in their children, that their presence needs to come with something.
With something.
And it doesn't.
It's about showing up.
Yes.
And being there.
And we can't do that. We cannot scar our children to think like, oh, well, you know what? They got this, so they okay. Let me tell you, somebody can have $1 million and no love for you. They can keep their million. I want the love.
Don't I know it?
They can have everything of this world and no love for you and no caring for you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want most? Somebody that genuinely cares about you, or somebody that can buy you everything or give you everything?
And that's where I say to the ladies, you know, you're speaking to men, I'm speaking to women. There are so many, you know, it drives me crazy. And as Country Boy said, if you don't like what I say, roll on. But it drives me crazy because I do have lots of friends, male friends who have children and who take care of their children. I have a friend, Chris Robinson, who is a great father. When I met him, he had 3 daughters who he cherished like crazy. And he's now married to one of my best friends, and they have a daughter together. So he has 4 girls, child. But anyway, I would watch him with his girls, and he loved his girls. And I have another friend who has he has older kids, but he has a younger daughter, and he just cherishes her. He dances with her, all of this stuff. My point of that is, you have moms who on Father's Day are taking credit to say, I'm the mom and dad. And you're not. There is someone missing. I get that. And I understand that you have to play, unfortunately, that you have to play the role of 2 parents. But don't take away that from the good dads, the dads who are there for their children. And there are more than you make it seem. There are more dads there out here doing stuff for their children, being there for their children, whether they have money, don't have money. They're out here struggling, trying to make something for their kids. Yes, there are some deadbeat dads, truth be told. But let's use that how they think about the ones who are not.
Right.
And not take the credit. Because on Mother's Day, I could be wrong. Well, no, I'm not wrong because I know I've never seen that. You may have seen it, but I've never seen fathers come on and say, I'm the mama and the daddy. It's really I got Father's Day. You don't see that because they're so happy to be a part of their kids' life and they're proud to be the parent that's doing what they need to do for their kids. So you don't see them having to take credit for that. You just know that that's what. And anybody I've ever met who actually is raising their children on the male side, I've never seen them with that thing where they have to tell everybody that. You don't know it until you have a conversation with them and you hear them say, yeah, well, I have my daughters, I have my kids or whatever. You find out they don't have to shout it out to the whole world because it's not about that for them. It's about their child and the job that they're doing to make sure that their kids are raised correctly. Women who, shame on you, women who have men who you may not be with anymore and you treat them badly, or you try to make it hard for them to see their kids, you try to make it hard for them to have some kind of relationship with them. Shame on you. Shame on you. Because there are so many women, back to those other women, who don't have that. And they are doing it on their own. They are doing the best they can to make things work. But shame on you for not allowing someone who wants to be in their child's life not to, making it hard. Every time you find out they get a raise, you go run back to the court. And I'm not saying they don't owe child support, because I do believe in child support, but I'm just saying, man, get a dude a break if he is taking care of those kids. If he had a kids 80 to 90% of the time, what are you doing? Suppose he said, okay, well, you know what? Since you don't take me back and you need some more money, I'm going to be less time. I'm going to let you keep them these extra time, and God knows the people I'm thinking about would never do that. But it's just the point.
Yeah. That's so true.
What did we talk about last week? Was it great? What were we talking about? What do we call it? Gracious, be great, not gracious. What's the word we were using last week on the show?
Grateful.
Grace, compassion for men. You may not get along with them moment. You may not even like how you might think he's the ugliest man on earth now. And it's okay. Let him be ugly. But if he wants to spend time with his child, you had to think he was some kind of something.
And that's the thing. That's the thing that gets me is people need to realize, adults do realize, but the rest of the people need to catch up and be adults and realize that it's when God has blessed you with a child, it ain't about you. It's what's best for them in their best interest. Remove your stinking little feelings out the way. Remove your little attitudes out the way. That's men and women, both of them. Both of them. I ain't sitting up here taking down side. For a man who want to be like, well, she don't do, shut up. And remember, it's about your child. Man, step up and take care of your child. Step up and be there and be a support for your child. If your child is sports, be there. You may not be able to be there all the time. I've had people, and I've talked to men that say, well, I try to call and they don't answer. Keep calling. Leave a message. Leave a message. If your baby don't want to answer and your baby leave a message. Because eventually one day they'll check the message. But if you never leave a message, there will never be anything for them to say that you tried. At a certain, yes. At a certain age, we're all responsible for ourselves. But before that, what we got to do is parents. Be parents. Be parents. I don't care if you don't like the other party. I don't really care. That's not what it's about. What it's about is the one that's in the middle. What it's about is about that child. What it's about is that baby girl. What it's about is about that baby boy. That's what it's about. It's about, because guess what? Again, whatever you're pouring into them or not pouring into them, that's what they're going to take forth. That's going to be the stuff. Like I said to you, remember I said to you about how hard it is to climb back up when somebody has wore you down. And that's what you do to the children when you're not being there for them and you're not supporting them and you're not loving them. And you're like, well, you know what? I'm speaking from experience. Mm-hmm. I'm speaking from experience. That hill, that child, that all that you put on that child, just to get back to feeling worthy. Feeling worthy. Does my daddy love me? Why don't my daddy want to come? Because that's what they might not be saying it to the mama. They might not say it to the daddy, but trust me, in their head, I wasn't good enough for my daddy to be around.
or my mom.
I wasn't good
Or,
enough for my mama to be around.
and then putting that kid in the middle for the tug of war.
Yes.
That is really hard because you love both of those. The kids love. I love both of my parents, so it's the hard. And I actually, I'm gonna tell you something else I don't really like or like. So when my parents got divorced, I was like 12, and the judge gave me, it was my responsibility of who I want to live with, and I feel like that was so unfair. I feel like it was very unfair. And at 12 years old, all I could think was, okay, my sister is gonna be with my mama, so she have somebody. So I need to be with my daddy so he can have somebody. And at a 12-year-old, that was so hard and so it was so deep for me. And I mean, that was good. Don't get me wrong, it was good. I love my daddy. But it's just the point that for a judge, to me, in my opinion, after I knew what happened and I knew that it was up to me, it was difficult. It was difficult to do that. I just don't think that should be the responsibility left on a 12-year-old.
Right.
And again, that's just, I don't even know if they still do that again. That was when I was coming up, and I guess that was the, I don't know, 80s, I don't know, 70s, late 70s. But I think that's such a hard thing to put on a child because the guilt of either side that they choose.
That and you know, I tried so hard with mine. I don't make any difference. I don't like this. Man, I root for both of my exes. I root for them. I cheer them on. If there's, I'm not that one like, oh, what? No, because guess what? What we're doing when you do that and you start, you're putting that child in the middle, having to choose between, well, this one over here or this one over there, or I can't say this one. No, no.
That is hard, difficult.
Our thing is to make that child feel comfortable, to be able to. Let me tell you something. That's that thing again. Yes, that's that thing. When you put that on that child, like making a child who, well, I can't show my mama this much love because then that might upset my daddy, or I can't show my daddy this much love because
that
we we can't, and we act like. And seeing the thing is, what's crazy is a lot of folks, not adults. A lot of folks act like they don't see it. They act like they don't see the strain that they're putting on these children.
I think they do, but I think they can't care. I mean, I don't think they know because they can't know because they can't think because they're so busy fighting with the other parent. They're so busy trying to get back at whatever parent, whatever they're so mad and angry about that they can't see what they're doing to this child or these children that's in the middle. You know what I'm saying? That some may know, some may realize they're doing, but I personally can't see someone wanting to hurt their child on purpose.
Right.
I think they're just so busy fighting and battling and getting through their stuff that they don't see what's happening to these babies, these kids.
And a lot of times, I don't know. Sometimes we think that we're sheltering. I've seen both sides. I've seen people that think that they're sheltering their kids from stuff, and they're actually hurting them. And then I see this other side, and you know, and me and my two, you know, we've, whew, Lord, we've had some things. But what I have to remember with both of them, even though as much fun as Patricia Ann and I have, and as much as we play around, I'm still the parent. She ain't my friend. My oldest, I'm still her parent. I'm not her friend. I'm not her roadie. I ain't her buddy. I'm not her ride or die. I'm not the one you're gonna kick it with. I'm your parent. I'm sitting here for a reason. I have a reason. Yes, we can have as much fun. We can turn cartwheel. We can go jump. We can go run. We can crack jokes. But at a certain point, there is a line, and a lot of parents have erased the line because I want to be friends. I want to go out with them, and I want to drink with them, and if they date the boy, I want to date the daddy. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Because we have to remember that we're supposed to be the teachers, the leaders, the guiders of them for the life that they're going to have, and we have to instill things in them, some values, some principles, some standards. Let me ask you, and that's just me. If I'm out there and I'm turning up and I'm popping locks or whatever you call it and doing all this with mine, what standards am I setting? What boundaries am I setting? What am I setting? What am I setting for them? So later on, when they decide they want to cuss me out because we've been cussing together, what am I supposed to say? Now I'm supposed to say, you don't talk to me like that because I'm your parent? Because now I'm offended by them being exactly what I told them they could be? I just think that we have to set these lines, that we have blurred these lines. And parents just be that. And there are people, not adults. there are people, not adults. Adults understand that.
Yeah. And we just have to keep, as far as our what we were talking about at first was that making sure that the most important is making sure the kid knows that both parents love them, and that all the decisions are being made. And because if one thing that I think is hard, I think you and I have talked about this too, but not even just speaking of your situation, I've seen other situations to where on TV, but it's true. It comes from real reality, is that having two different, if the parents are not communicating, they haven't got to, and I know it's hard. I know you have to get to the point of forgiveness and all that. But if you are, as you say, an adult, somebody have to get to that point to where y'all are able to co-parent, as they say, for the best, for putting the child first. Because having two different rules at both houses is detrimental. I think. I'm not an expert. Well, I kind of am an expert because I come from the family of divorce. But my parents didn't really have, wasn't no separate rules, to be honest with you. We didn't have that. But I've seen it, that there are separate rules over here. No one's doing anything the same. There hasn't been, and I'm not going to say both households are going to be exactly the same, but there has to be some type of communication between those two, whether text, email, whatever it is, to where there can be some similarity. If we potty training over here, we need to be potty training over there.
Right.
If we taking away pull-ups over here, we need to be taking away pull-ups over here.
Yep.
If we saying the curfew was at 9 o'clock over here, curfew don't need to be at 11 o'clock over here. We've got to come together, because another thing about children, when they become teenagers, they play on that. They play on that. Daddy, you know what? Because mama done said no. Well, let me go ahead and ask daddy. Daddy don't know my, but they do that in the same household. So just can you imagine them being in separate household and they playing their game? They know mama ain't gonna talk to daddy because they don't talk. They mad at each other, they hate each other, so they ain't gonna talk. So I can go get this one from this one. Hell, daddy, I need $20 for the game. Mama, I need $20 for the game. Hell, she got $40 right there. Because they not talking. You know what I mean? Hey, daddy, I'm gonna go spend a night at John's house. At Jane's house or whatever. Mama ain't gonna ask no questions because she don't want to tell daddy that's whatever.
Right.
She over something. She's somewhere she ain't supposed to be because there's no communication between the parents.
That's it.
That was the best example, the last one, but y'all know what I mean. If there's no communication, there's no telling what the child is doing.
Right. And
I know that was an easy game. I have a friend, she played that game. Her mom used to work at night. God bless her. So, but she got away with everything because child, she would be punished. Like, how you gonna punish your child if you work at night? So she would take that car at night. Now, me, let me just say, I was cool and I was with the cool kids, but I was still a nerd. She would say, come on, I'm come get you in the car. No, you're not coming to get me. I ain't going. Because one, I ain't getting in trouble. You ain't having no, I always thought something was going to happen. If I did something wrong, something was going to happen. No, don't come get me. You go get somebody else. I ain't going. They used to call me the party pooper kind of person. I had two friends. They used to have a lot of fun. A whole bunch, but I just wanted to hear about it after it was over because I wasn't going. They would there was a popular group of guys. They would go. They had these house. Guess who wasn't there? I wasn't going. Girl, I'm gonna come scoop. You gonna come scoop? Where we going? I ain't going. I ain't going. I'm not saying I was a perfect teenager. I was an angel because I did things, but there was certain things. Stealing my parents' car. Going with you in your stolen parents' car, that was not going to be what Trina was going to do.
Right, because you knew what you knew if I get caught, what's gonna happen. I know that there's gonna be a
consequence. And
mm-mm.
even I've always been scared. I don't want to ever see the inside of that place. I don't want to. I wasn't ready to go. I ain't ready to
Right.
go. And I've always and I know people would always call me scary, and people still to this day say I'm scary. Because there's just some things I'm just not
Not
gonna do.
gonna.
I'm just not gonna do because I I don't want to do that. And so I'm a lot of fun, a whole lot of fun. I have a lot of fun. But
But
there's a whole line that she ain't
uh,
crossing. This girl here ain't
hey,
crossing.
ain't
And
nothing wrong with
I
that.
laugh sometimes because I think about what people probably, well, people that I've met throughout time, we be talking or whatever, they think that I'm this person. And there's one guy, matter of fact, he's married to one of my good friends now, not the same ones. I've hooked up. I've got a lot of friends that got match made. But anyway, he liked me, but didn't like whatever. But then he's married to one of my really good friends. Now I hooked them up. But when we were friends before they got married, he asked me, he said, "You're like a real parent." And I was like, yeah. He was like, "But you be out, you be doing." I said, "Yeah, but before I come there, everybody always say I'm always late to stuff because I'm a parent before I go do anything else. I done been to the PTA meeting, I done been to the program, I did all this stuff before I can make it to this part. You know what I mean? And before I started doing all that, my kids were older too when I started really getting around. But I ain't getting in trouble. I just look like, do I look like getting in trouble?
Mm-mm.
I don't.
Me either.
Well, I mean, I don't get in trouble on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we are getting close to our time. Good conversation tonight. I really like the way the direction it took. So I don't think we've ever talked about I think we've talked amongst ourselves about the single dad mothers, taking trying to take over Father's Day. I've never liked it. And I actually did a post last year and said, hey, let's try this year. Let's just try to let the daddies have Father's Day this year.
Wow, did you see what Julie just put up there? That's wow.
Women put it one and then it would put his hands on this. Oh wow. Yeah. That I yeah.
It's and I can't, and I'm gonna just touch on that for a minute. With my oldest, there was I remember years ago, and again I ain't this he so no, I had I was living in Louisiana. I had came back here for something, and I had went out. We actually went out and sat at a bar, and we were sitting there drinking, and I was drinking with her, and something occurred to me is like, I can't do this. Not because I'm better, but because how can I ever? At that moment, I was like, this is not something I can do. I know that I can. I can't sit here and and I'm not talking about. Don't get me wrong. I ain't talking about you go out with your kids, you have dinner, you have wine. I'm talking about sitting there throwing back. Okay, this is when the old country boy was throwing back. Okay, look here, old country boy used to throw back. I used to throw back. This is when I used to throw back. But at that point, I realized I went from being a person to adulting. That was one of my adulting growth spurts right there. Because I'm sitting here looking like I can't throw back. Not with you. Because there will come a time when I'm going to have to say something and stand up and be a parent. Now, how are you going to respect me as that when I'm sitting here throwing back with you? That's just me.
That's different.
So I just knew like that.
That was your stopping point.
That was mine. Yes.
I think I've said this to you before. So first of all, it was very strange one time we went out to dinner. I guess my daughter was claiming her independence. She was old enough to drink. She was 21, 22, I don't know. But that was the first time I saw her. We were at dinner. She ordered a daiquiri. I was like, well, when did this happen? But anyway, then we went to Jamaica, Jamaica with the Jamaican punch. She just drinking a thing, and we were sitting there. Matter of fact, we took a picture. And I said, I can't believe this is weird to be here with my daughter. She's drinking a Jamaican punch. So what I will say is, no, I'm not just gonna go out and my kids don't want to do that with me anyway. But we're not going out to the club and party. Now we have a family member.
Right.
We'll be out somewhere. When we go on the cruise, we go to the little clubs that on the cruise thing. We sit. I can't tell a 30-year-old when she can't handle a drink. Now I'm gonna drink me a glass or two of wine, but I'm not gonna sit like you said. If you call throwing back, like getting ready, almost getting drunk, just drinking. We not doing. We ain't friends like that. We not supposed to go to get dressed to go to the club together. We're not
Right.
doing that. I see people do it, and I guess to each his own. But for me, I've never understood people. I don't know. When I go to Zydeco, what is it, Jack's?
Mhm.
I wouldn't mind my kids if they wanted to go. And they've been before. Even when that was somewhere I could take them when they were young too. To
Right.
Jack's, more of a family type feel. But let's just say Prospect Park is a place. My kids can't go to Prospect Park because I don't believe in mixing little kids with alcohol. And even my youngest daughter went with me. She was 20 something. She came to do. We was eating. And I might have had a glass of wine, something, but she left because she don't want to be there with it. With even though these are people, the Jonico folks, they be young, so
Right.
they were her age, but that's just not her hangout. She don't want to sit and hang out with her mama.
Right.
But
Right.
I just don't feel right. And again, to each his own. But I don't want to get ready and get dressed and say, "Girl, what you wearing? What you wearing?"
Right. Right.
We gonna
Yeah.
be something. No, we ain't doing that.
Nah, we ain't finna have that conversation.
We're not doing that. Again, family friend having a birthday party at a club, that's cool. But we not supposed to be going out every weekend together. And
Yeah.
I see it all the time. And I don't really be thinking anything of it, but I do. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean,
They ain't none of my business, but I be like,
right, and like you said, to each his own. I can only talk about my
what
house.
I'm doing, right.
I can't talk about nobody else house, and I ain't talking about nobody's house. And I'm just saying what you want
What's
to do
good
in
for
your
you.
house, that's your house. That's your house. And if you call me later on talking about they done tried that, all right, we're gonna have a conversation. I'm just gonna be like, but that's your house. How you feel like you want to run your house is yours.
Right.
This is not me saying this is just my worthless 2 cents sitting here. I don't speak on it. I'm just speaking on it and giving my worthless 2 cents. That's just how I'm gonna do mine.
Well, let me ask you this though.
Would
And I'm just curious, devil's advocate,
Mm-hmm.
would you feel the same if you had boys?
Mm-hmm.
You would. I'm asking because a lot of men, just like what Miss Julie said, men do that. They ready to go out with their mother. Because my ex-husband, like him and his dad, they party together. They party together. Would you feel the same if you had sons that we're not partying together?
We ain't partying together.
Equal opportunity, okay.
Nope.
I just wanted to, sometimes there's like a little double standard,
No, I ain't got no. I just got one. I just got one. I ain't double. It's just one. No, I just
because you got a grandson now. Y'all might go throw it back.
No, we ain't throwing nothing back.
How old is he?
He is 4 now. Him and his auntie might go. I know. Yes. He.
Oh, I know they were the same age.
Until December, they're the same age.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do they realize that?
I don't know now.
Does she realize she's the auntie?
I think she do. You missed it because she was bossy. Well, she already bossy, but yeah, they were in one of the little pits, and all the girls had got out, and he was still just sitting there, just hanging out. And she was Malachi, come on, Malachi, and she went back to go get it. Now I don't know if it was that or she was just being protective.
Yeah,
because she didn't want to leave it. Like she literally was like,
not gonna leave till she got it.
Yeah. And
that's
then
good.
Then I was like, he older and bigger than you.
Yeah, buddy, but women, we don't care about that.
No, he older than you and bigger than you. All right, bossy.
Well, we're gonna wind down. And I don't have wine. I have some strawberry lemonade punch.
I had some water.
And let me just show y'all my little cute. I don't know if y'all can see my cute little cup. It says, "So you want to dance?" And on this side, it says Miss Trina. It says "Chat with Trina" on this side with my old logo. My sister made this. If y'all ever want a little wine glass or whatever, it's a wine glass. But I got juice in it today.
And where'd you get that from?
A Creative Mood. I said my sister a Creative Mood Designs. It comes with this little top. So it's insulated, it closes. It actually comes with a little straw, but I'm not drinking out the straw today. But y'all ever want to order one? A Creative Moods, which will be on My Worth is 2 cents on the 17th. So
On
y'all
the
tune
17th?
in. She's gonna talk about her hugging a bag for breast cancer survivors, but she has a brand new initiative that she's gonna announce first on My Worth is 2 cents.
What?
Yes, and I'm not gonna tell you what it is because it's supposed to be a
Yeah,
surprise for you too. But
don't
she's
tell, man.
gonna do the exclusive. Miss Julie said, I have 2 sons and a daughter, and I would not party and drink with either of them either. Child, because they'll get to thinking that they just what you said earlier, Miss Julie, they'll get to thinking that they can whoop you.
Look. Ooh,
But
man.
I'm gonna end my part before Country Boy closes out with thank y'all for watching. We don't take your support and you viewing for granted. We appreciate it. Tell other people. We're trying to grow. We want to do some good stuff. And we want to, if you have any topics, we're open to that. And we definitely want this to be an interactive talk show, podcast, whatever you want to call it. I want to be interactive. So come on in the chat. But let me just mention something. Let me just do a little advertising. I don't know if anybody was not born. Y'all was hanging out in the 80s. You know, it's the 50th anniversary of hip hop. We made it 50 years. They thought we weren't gonna make it for 2 days. We made it, and we're here. I'm saying we, like I'm in the culture rather. And so me and my sister have come together. We're gonna have a big 80s party. It's gonna be on I can't want to say Friday. Saturday, June the 3rd, is going to be at a place called Hope and Revs Event Center. It's on Parker Road on the north side of Houston. And back in the day, y'all used to go to the Rhinestone Wrangler on the north side, not the one on the south side, but the one on the north side is going to be right across the street from there, which is so fitting to me for the theme because it's right across from where we used to hang out at that time. But anyway, we want it. The tickets are $25, but it comes with a meal. It's BYOB. It's gonna be fun, and we're gonna have a contest for the best dressed 80s male, female, and couple. There's gonna be an old school dance contest. We're trying to find some of these old school DJs to come out and show up and do some fun stuff. And what we're really wanting from this is, one, of course, to celebrate the 80s, but 2, we want to make this be an annual thing. That's the goal. And so maybe we can have a concert. I don't know. Maybe we get, Dougie Fresh, somebody to come out. We should be able to get the Ghetto Boys to come because they out here with us and they grew up. Right. Should come on out here with the exception of Bushwick, RIP. But we all used to hang out at the Rainbow Roller Rink and stuff like that. So anyway, guys, and in all seriousness, we telling you about that. You can go to my Facebook page, which is Trina W. Lowry. And you can find the information there. And I think, I wrote down 5 minutes because I will tell you we had 5 minutes.
Oh, Lord. Because
I can't hold up no sign. Classes. I think that's I will tell you about this other thing, but I'm gonna wait till it's in stone. But yeah, so 80s party, password. If you're not interested, as I say about the chat show, the podcast, if you're not interested in something, tell somebody else because they may be. Pass the word, share the love, right? Share the love.
Oh, hey, can I sometimes I have these thoughts that run through my mind.
Oh my gosh, what is your thought?
Now you did say y'all having the 80s party, best dress, you're gonna have DJ and dance contest. You gonna bring some Bengay for them old folks out there trying to.
We ain't that old. We in our 50s. We're between 47 and 56. We ain't that old. We're not having a 70s party.
What was that? What the prep? They might get stuck.
We're not having a 70s party. How long y'all been having 70s party, Country Boy? Y'all been having 70s parties. And I was like, telling somebody a couple of years ago, I said, well, is it not time out for a 70s party? Y'all need to move on out and let the 80s people come through here. So no. We are between 47 and 50. And on that note, y'all, this party is, I want to be 40 and up, but it's gonna be 30 years old and up. You can't get in if you're under 30. It ain't for you. I'm sorry. It ain't for you. It's BYB. There's gonna be security, big parking lot. It's gonna be safe because now that I will tell you as old folks, we don't want no problems. We don't want no smoke. No smoke. We just try to come, have a good time, do a little prepping and running mans and we going home. And a lot of people, we've heard from people that you're going to see Janet Jackson tonight. We were going to shut down at 12, but now we're going to stay open till 2. So let me say,
What?
That's your after hour spot. If you want to come on by there after Janet Jackson, now we ain't gonna have no food by then.
No, ain't gonna be no.
But you can come on by there after the Janet Jackson show because I think it ends about 10:30. 10:30.
Okay.
Because the Woodlands Pavilion, they have a mandate. They have to be gone and vacated by a certain time. So y'all got time to stop by the party. There ain't no excuse. Come on.
Hey, there you go. Janet Jackson after party is gonna be where about? Where is it? What?
The Rev and Hope and Rev's Event Center and on Parker Road because I don't remember the number. I think it's like 926, but it's on Parker Road.
Did y'all hear that? They are having a Janet Jackson after party. A Janet Jackson 80s after
80s
party.
after. I'm gonna say, don't forget that part because we don't need none. Don't come up in there if you ain't ready to jam to the 80s because you're gonna be the jam to the 80s with Janet. Come on and bring that on. Bring everybody with you.
Wow.
And you know what? Now that I say that, since we won't have no food by the time y'all get from Janet's appointment, we might do a little something for you. So somebody need to show some interest, ask some questions, and we'll see what we can work out. You never know. Ask that question. And my last thing I'm gonna say is I'm excited about having a conversation about great fathers. In June, I'm gonna have a bunch of great fathers, including Country Boy, who will come on Chat with Trina all month long. We'll have men coming on to talk about their lovely being girl dads. Well, boy dads too, being dads. So tune in, watch for my flyer, and happy Mother's Day to all of you mothers. We wish you the best and we love you. Country Boy, you can now take it away. I have nothing.
I can take it away. Well, I would. I ain't gonna give y'all no shout out. Wait till Wednesday. I got a show coming up Wednesday, so I done talked about daddy. So mothers, if y'all have an opportunity, which you will have an opportunity, but if you so choose to run across the old screen on Wednesday, I might do a little something. I might even, Wednesday is gonna be. I'm gonna dedicate that to because I had a guest that took sick. I might guess be taking.
You sure it went last week?
That's another one took sick again.
Oh,
They must be sick of the country boy. I don't know, but that's all right. He gonna still be here.
Okay.
But Wednesday, I might just dedicate that to mothers because Mother's Day is coming up. And let me tell you something, and I will say this, is I wasn't downing mothers at all. I wasn't putting mothers down. What I'm trying to do is increase the awareness of fathers. I'm trying to increase the involvement of fathers. It has nothing to do with mothers. Nothing at all. I respect to the fullest. I really, really do. The job that all the mothers are doing. But I just sometimes I feel like fathers just don't get the light in doing the things that they do. So that's why I push, and I salute them. But yes, Mothers Wednesday, I'm gonna give you your props. You know, Country Boy ain't gonna never forget about nobody. So I'm gonna give you a little something on Wednesday. I'm gonna see what I can come up with. I know that there's nothing that the old Country Boy could ever come up with to be suitable to salute the wonderful women that we call mothers. But guess what? I'm gonna try to do a little something just to show you how much I appreciate the job that each and every one of you do on a daily basis. Whether you still have lilies or them lilies done got grown, you still a mama. You still a mama. You still a mama. And I salute you and I tip my hat to you. So that's when.
Wait a minute. What? I can't just say, well, why? I had no excuse. If I tell what to do so, whatever, I'll be there. Well, why we gotta do that? I had no reason. Because I'm the mama. And I would be looking like, because my youngest, she's very logical. So I'd be like, because I'm the mama. That's why. I don't know. I'm the mama. That's why. That's the decision that I made.
That's all too, because I'm the mama. Look, I heard that. Yeah, I heard that too, because I'm the mama. Okay. Well,
simple as that.
That didn't sound good enough to me. That would sound good enough to me. But look, we both, as we round this thing down here, we both greatly appreciate your support. We appreciate your support so very much. I know she knows that you don't have to tune in, you don't have to watch us, but we're grateful that you do and understand this is it does not go unnoticed and it does not go unappreciated. And as I close, as I always do, lastly, I will say happy birthday again, Patricia Ann. Old country boy, love you. Your daddy love you, girl. I love you to death. I love you to death. I love you to life. And I thank God for you for being who you are, for blessing us with you. Um, and look at here, as I tell her and as I tell y'all all the time, if the good Lord has given you a vision, if He has given it to you, don't worry about what people say. Don't worry about what people tell you can't do. Don't worry about how them people are always talking down or trying to discredit you, or don't worry about all that. If God has given you a vision, no matter what that vision is, if He's giving you the vision, trust me, He's going to provide the provision for that vision. You just keep on pushing. You keep on pushing. You keep on going. And look here, you know how I'm going to end this whole thing out, because I like to. Like my little baby told me this morning, she said these words to me, and I was like, oh, when we woke up this morning. So if y'all didn't hear it when you woke up this morning, because I heard it this morning when I woke up, and if you didn't hear it throughout the day, you're going to hear it right now. And here it is. Oh, dark time hour. If ain't nobody told you that they love you, well, look at here. We're going to tell you right now that we love you. And we love you unconditionally. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. I thank y'all so much. I thank you. It's on you. You know, you got the buttons over there. I'm just sitting here. Oh, she got. Oh, that's a princess way. I love that thing. Ooh, that's one of them.
Bye, y'all. And I'll ask y'all one more time if you can. Even if you're a fan of the Country Boy, I would love for y'all to check out Chat with Trina right before the Country Boy, because he can watch me from 7 to 8 and then catch him from 8 to 9. Well, you know, he's gonna be from 9 to 12. You know, he'll be on here till he get ready to get off.
Y'all get ready.
And if you don't want to hear him, you know what he's gonna tell you?
Keep on scrolling.
Keep on scrolling. Anyway, good night, y'all. Thanks. Blessings to everybody. Bye.
Bye.